Greetings friends! In this video, we will talk about sensors that give loss of power in the engine and that make your car keep well and run perfectly. These sensors, when opened, the first thing they do is turn on the engine light to warn us that we need to scan to find the error. But first, I will quickly explain what a sensor is. Sensors are electrical components that constantly monitor various parts of our car and communicate it to the computer to know if everything is working well or not to make adjustments in real time. First, we will touch on the MAF sensor. The main function of the MAF sensor is to measure by means of a resistance wire the amount of air that passes into each cylinder of our engine. This information sends it to the computer to regulate how much oxygen the engine needs to run without overheating. This filament is very sensitive, so when it gets dirty or breaks, it stops regulating the mixture of air and fuel, and the engine starts to have many problems. The second sensor that generates a lot of power problems is the ABS sensor. This will always be found in the wheels, and its main function is to control the speed of the wheels when the brake pedal is pressed, monitoring if any of the wheels slows down faster than the others. This sensor, since it is located in the wheels, gets very dirty with dust, mud, and can give several incorrect readings. When you see the ABS light on, before changing the sensor, I recommend that you first clean it very well, place it and test if the problem has been solved. You will simply be warned by the ABS light. The third sensor would be the camshaft sensor and the crankshaft sensor. These sensors are located in the engine. The cam sensor is located at the top of the engine, near the cylinder head, and the crankshaft sensor is located below, near the gear wheel. These sensors work together, but many people believe that they are the same sensors, and it is not so. For this reason, I am going to leave you some images so that you do not confuse them. What this sensor does is that it counts the rotation of the crankshaft or the camshaft so that the computer knows at all times the order and the synchronized. If the computer does not receive this signal, the car will not start, or it will be very difficult to start and it will shut down at once. This sensor gets very dirty because its pin is magnetized and many particles such as grease and metallic particles are given to it. Before changing it, I highly recommend that you clean it to see if it was just lacking maintenance or if it is simply damaged. Finally, we have the oxygen sensor. This sensor inhales the gases that come directly from the engine intake. So it is quite easy to get dirty or damaged or burned. Simply count the emissions to alert the computer to correct the mixture if necessary, or if you are polluting too much and may be at risk the catalyst, as I always tell you, this sensor can be cleaned with CarboClean, and I recommend that you do, so we can see if the problem persists or if we need to change it. If you liked the video, I invite you to subscribe, and I hope you in the next tutorial.